Hello everyone, welcome to Lena Plays Layton's Mystery Journey. Every time I actually read the title, I actually want to say Katrielle and the Millionaires conspiracy, not millionaires. And then I just imagine a million melons everywhere.
Well, there's a million melons, and they've got like their minions. So it goes watermelon at the top,
No.
and then under that you've got rock melon.
No. In every melon is a puzzle. You break it open, and I'm joined by Ashley, of course.
Hi.
As you can hear. So the reason I'm playing this game again is because it's the deluxe edition, and they added 40 more puzzles. Like, this game originally came out on, well, in Australia at least, well, worldwide, on iOS and Android in like 2017. In Japan, they released it on 3DS or whatever. And then worldwide on 2018, they released it on 3DS, and I was like, I think on iOS it was like $20, and I'm like, oh, awesome, I'll play it like that. But like, obviously, like, it took up so much of my battery life and phone storage space at the time.
But you were obsessed with that at the time, I
remember.
I
love all the Layton games, so I was excited to play it, even if it wasn't on DS. And then on DS I released it for like $60, and I'm like, I'm not buying it again. But then
here we are, everyone.
And now we're back again. So now that they released it like with more puzzles and stuff, and I was like, for the longest time I was like, I'm not sure if I want to get it. But now I've been feeling like playing a Professor Layton game again, and I kind of sold on my older ones, except for Pandora Hearts, which is my favorite one, because I had to keep that.
Is this Layton a professor?
I don't know. I don't think she's old enough yet to be a professor. I can't remember. I don't know. It's been a while since I played this game, so we'll find out. So Katrielle is actually supposed to be Mr. Herschel Layton's daughter. I actually thought it was supposed to be his niece or something, but that's wrong. But then in my mind, I'm also just like, who's the mother? Anyway, yeah, that's just like part of the lore. You don't really know the lore very well of Professor Layton, do you?
No.
You only played the one game and didn't even finish it,
No, I didn't even finish it.
Lena is my name. So
No, I played a little bit of the first one that came out on the DS, the Village one.
Yeah, Curious Village.
That's the one. I still remember the dog puzzle.
The dog puzzle?
Yeah, the dog that was on the road and it was like killed. You had to move its legs to make it like a flat dog.
I do not remember that puzzle.
That's
oh my
the only thing I remember about that entire game.
Oh my gosh. So I'll try my best not to take too much time on the puzzles, but depending on what kind of puzzle it is, it might take me a bit. I was telling Ashley before that I'm horrible at math puzzles, so we'll see what happens.
She's so cute.
Oh, she's so small.
Daddy? Where are you going? Daddy? Daddy?
He went to buy some milk. I'm sorry.
More like to buy some shoes. Aww.
What?
I'm still laughing.
Apologies. It's okay, Katrielle. We'll find him.
There's a ginormous window.
A ginormous window that also has different, like, you know, it's not just one big window, it's cut into blocks. It's like Arieti's dress.
It is. Showing us a closet of outfits. We know you're going to be wearing the same outfit for the entire game.
It's good that it's been a few years since I've played this game, because usually I don't like playing Professor Layton games again, like, straight away, because obviously I know all the puzzles, and it's not as fun when you do. But maybe when I actually get to the puzzles, it'll be like, oh, I might remember them more.
Today's the day. My journey as a detective starts here.
Okay, no, so she's a detective, but she's not, yeah, I don't think she's a professor. Because, I mean, Mr. Layton, Professor Layton doesn't do, like, he isn't like a official detective, he's actually just a professor, like, he's an archaeologist.
He's just a guy.
He's an archaeologist, and he just likes to do puzzles for funsies.
Gets caught up in all this kind of stuff, conspiracies and all.
Yeah.
Objection.
Oh, the kitty cat was so cute! What was I gonna say? Can't remember. Oh well.
She got that apple with finesse. Oh, it's A1!
With finesse. What's that?
They did, Persona 5 the animation, they did...
Oh, really?
Watakoi.
Oh really? Watakoi, awesome. That's so cute. Now, how is this journey
Dear
gonna start?
Lucy, I've opened a detective agency on one of London's most happening streets.
What's happening?
Shut up.
Any mystery solved. That's the Layton Detective Agency's motto.
Oh.
I can't wait to find out what mysteries are waiting for me. You must come and visit me if you have the time. Yours faithfully, Katrielle.
Lady and a Tramp.
Is that going to be about the dog that we saw at the...
At the beginning on the title screen, you mean?
Yeah.
We'll see, actually.
Phew. There, all done.
We do see.
Hey, you there!
Oh.
You weren't expected to talk, were you?
No, I know it did. I was feigning surprise.
Listen,
Oh.
was it you?
Can you really solve any mystery?
Oh, a talking dog.
You're not surprised?
It's only talking.
Only talking? Is it true? Huh? I want some proof. Can you really solve any mystery? Seeing you hang that sign gives me an idea. Let's see you try your paw at this puzzle.
Oh, you
Get
ready,
stuck
actually?
at the prologue
first-
puzzle.
What is it? I'm pretty sure it's a stamped puzzle. Okay, for a cake? No, it isn't. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
The letter K has fallen down from the sign above the cake shop. Use the 3 triangles to make the letter K inside the box. Place the hand over the triangle using the left stick, and then pick up the triangle by holding down A. Once you've grabbed it, you can rotate it around with the left stick or rotate it with L and R. Release A to place the triangle in position. When the K is formed, the success message will be displayed automatically. Place the triangles carefully. I remember watching
Are you going to use the shadow to make a K? Oh, well, the...
who am I thinking of? Oh, I remember watching. So how does it want me to place the K? Wait, like this? I need to do it like how it looks in the photo. Okay, I was a bit confused. I remember watching Dan and Phil play this, and I was like, why is it taking them so long to figure it out? Okay.
Okay.
They were just spending time trying to make the K out of things, and I'm like, no, guys, it's you have to use the outer box, the background. And I was sitting there for the longest time trying to just sitting there like, ah.
Did they play this game?
Yeah, they played a little bit of it, just the beginning when it first came out, I think,
You
on
did it.
3DS. You did it. The sign is fixed and the shop is open again. Care for a cake, anyone? Yes, please.
Love
love
me some cake.
What are pickrats? Pickrats are... I hope I'm saying pickrats?
Pickerets.
Pickerets?
Pickerets. Maybe.
Pickrats? I don't know. I said what do I say? Pickerets? Pickerets. Are both a commodity you earn by completing puzzles and a measure of puzzle difficulty. The higher a puzzle's pickeret value is, the harder the puzzle will be. Each time you get a puzzle wrong, the available pickerets diminish, so think carefully before you answer. The special end of game save includes some bonuses, among which you'll find a top secret file. The more pickerets you've amassed while playing the game, the more earth-shattering the revelations you'll find inside. Ooh.
Earth-shattering.
I must get every puzzle correct on the first go then. Even if it means I have to use my hints.
All right. You seem to be up to scratch.
Thank you. Why don't you step inside?
Woof. I love that the only sign that's visible is the Layton Detective Agency one. They're all just like blurs of the other one. We don't care what the other stores are.
So, what can I do for you?
Look at me. It's obvious.
What?
I'm a talking dog.
Yes, I can see that, and...
And? All right then. And I have total amnesia.
Ah, a dog with amnesia.
If I could just remember my parents, it might make more sense. I feel like I'm me, but not really me. I don't even know if I'm pedigree.
Is that all?
No, that's not all. I want you to find out who I really am.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, come on. I'm a talking dog.
Got anything else? A diabolical box that kills you? A letter from the future? A relic from an ancient civilization?
The callbacks to the other games.
Nothing.
Well, this is my first inquiry. Perhaps it's fate. All right then. Any clues?
Well, not everyone can hear me talking. Some can, some can't. It's very rare to find someone who can, actually.
That dog! It just spoke! Oh.
And here's another rare someone who can hear you talk.
Who's this?
Apparently, he's my assistant. I told him I don't need help, but he won't listen.
Overly dogged. No one wants that.
What's all this about, Miss Layton?
This talking dog wants me to solve the mystery of who he is and where he comes from. So, we've had our first inquiry.
Incredible, miss. Such a fascinating case from day one. Your reputation obviously precedes you.
So, I don't believe you told me your name.
Ernest. Ernest Reeves, miss.
I'm talking to the dog, Ernest. Oh.
That's just what he's like.
I see.
Have I said something wrong?
Anyway.
I can't even remember my own name.
Well, do you remember anything else at all?
I've got a vague memory of a tower or something falling down, and then lightning flashing across the sky.
That's it.
Goodness, golly, not much to go on, is it?
Who asked you?
It certainly isn't. I've no other cases at the moment, so why not? I'll do what I can.
You will? Well, that's great!
Oh, but I must insist on my fee, even for man's best friend.
Oof,
What will the dog
I'm not
even?
poor.
I'm not poor.
Well, here's the paperwork then. Now, you'll need a name. How about Shirl?
Sure.
Sherlock.
You said you
I
can't
was
remember
gonna say,
your
I
name.
wonder what that's a reference
So,
to.
I've thought of one for you, with inspiration
Yeah.
from the famous Sherlock Holmes. It really suits you.
Oh, that's splendid, sir. Being named after such a prestigious figure, I mean.
Like I said, who asked you anyway?
Look. Here. Shirl O.C. Combs. Shirl is a great
Cute.
name.
For a girl?
Don't yap, Shirl.
Stop calling me that.
Surely
All the
there's no
puns,
need
all
to
of the
get
dog
angry.
puns.
Cat, are you in?
Ah. Inspector Hastings.
He's a big boy.
Yes, I would like to save. One puzzle solved, one puzzle's encountered.
Instead of your kill death ratio, it's your puzzle solved, puzzle encountered.
Inspector Hastings, whatever is the matter? You look positively beside yourself.
More like positively beside yourself.
Oh my gosh. You can be Inspector Hastings.
Okay. You won't believe what's happened.
Oh, there we go. I was trying to remember what Hastings reminded me of. She's the man. Hastings is the last name. I was like, what's Hastings thing make me think of?
Who is this loudmouth, long-nosed nerk? He's got more of a collar than me.
Oh god, the dog puns.
This is Inspector Hastings, Shull, from Scotland Yard. Despite appearances, he's actually responsible for ensuring London's safety. What's that mutt doing here? Don't tell me you've gone and bought yourself a pet cat. A pet? A pet? Do I look like a pet? Don't answer
that. Shell. Ah, it looks as though Inspector Hastings can't understand what you're saying, Shell.
Of course he can't. Like I said, it's an exclusive club. Most people can just hear whoops and barks.
And yet in a straw poll of those present here, 2 out of the 3 are in the club. Very exclusive.
I can't help it if Super Snitch here isn't one of the enlightened ones.
This kind of makes me think there's a Pokemon movie thing going on here. You know what I mean? I don't want to spoil the ending of the movie.
I know the ones you're talking about.
You know,
Yeah.
You know the latest one. What's it called? Is it just called the Pokemon movie? The latest one with Pikachu, Detective Pikachu. That's it.
Right. What are you muttering on about, Cat?
Sorry, Inspector. To answer your question, no, Shell here isn't a pet. Rather, he's my very first client. The first to have signed on the dotted line and enlisted my service.
Well, strictly speaking, miss, he can't sign anything, of course. He's digitally impaired.
You can just ink his paw and bloop. Just boop. Just boop the paper. An excellent observation, Ernest. Let me rephrase that then. The first to have put his paw print on my paperwork.
There we
Exactly,
go.
there you go.
Eh? Is this some kind of wind-up? Well, anyway, we haven't got much time to be discussing pets. I've got a case I need you on, Kat. And I need you on it right now.
How intriguing. But why the urgency? And why do you need me in particular, Inspector?
Because we all know you're the best. You've proven that when you helped me out in the past. With your little grey cells on the case, we'll have it solved in no time, I think. I hope. Well, probably.
Thanks in the confidence, yeah.
His confidence in you is inspiring, Kat. Don't you worry, Inspector. There's not a case in the world that Miss Layton couldn't crack.
Any mystery solved. That's the Layton Detective Agency motto, you know.
Well, let's hope you can put your money where your mouth is. Because we need all the help we can get on this one.
Perhaps it's time you told us what has actually happened, Inspector?
Well, it's hard to believe, to be honest. I mean, you'd never expect something like this, like that, to get nicked.
Something's been stolen? A burglary case, is it? Can't even say it.
Of sorts, yeah. But not your average run-of-the-mill burglary. This affects everyone in London, in all of Britain.
Le gasp!
Gosh, really? Whatever could be so important? I think you better just come to the scene. Then I'll explain everything.
That sounds like a very good idea. Lead the way.
Hello? Isn't there a little matter we're forgetting here?
It's okay, Shell.
What about figuring out my true identity?
That happens on, as a side case. It's fine. It's all G. Oh yes. Well, the trouble is, this new case just sounds a lot more interesting.
Interesting? You decide on which cases to investigate based on how interesting they are, do you?
Exactly. I'm glad you understand.
Well, pardon me for being a talking dog. I really must try harder to be more interesting. Oh, now, Shirley, don't be like that. Your case is important to us, but we're experiencing a high volume of inquiries at present, and you've had one new inquiry. One.
Talking dogs isn't that interesting, considering Luke can talk to all animals. So it's all fine. A new talking dog is fine.
Never mind. Clearly the inspector here has his knickers in a twist about something. Let him jump the queue if he has to.
Good, that's settled then. Now, let's get to the scene and start investigating.
I just imagine him just standing there while they're talking to Shell.
Oh, well, he's just like barking. Where are we going, Inspector?
Just down the road as it happens. To Big Ben.
I thought I got to do something with Big Ben. I was like, I do remember. Big Ben? The Elizabeth Tower, I presume? Not Burly Benjamin, who lives a few doors down, surely. I do remember some things, haha. Case 1, the hand that feeds. Why is that funny? I don't get it.
I don't know. I just like things to phrases.
The things to phrases?
Yeah, to bite the hand that feeds is to like cut off things that are good for you.
Ah.
Did they go? Yeah, they did. How will we know what hour it is?
It's on the other side of the...
Good gracious. The hour hand. It's missing. Yeah, I'm afraid so. It was reported to us this morning.
So that's what this is all about. One of the hands from the clock tower has been stolen?
Unbelievable, isn't it? We got to catch the hooligan who did it and get the and back. Sorry, get the and back quick smart. I thought it was like quotations.
I know. But there are 4 clock faces on the Elizabeth Tower, aren't there? Even if this one hour hand is missing, the other 3 faces will still show the correct time, surely.
That's right. I mean, certainly it may be a little inconvenient, perhaps, but to describe this as affecting all of Britain, isn't that rather an exaggeration?
Also, that hour hand must be freaking ginormous, right? So how did anyone
huge.
steal it?
Yeah, my better half said the same thing, but it's much worse than a bit of inconvenience not knowing the right time. The problem is, we're due a visit tomorrow from from Ambassador Fodufafa.
I think that's how. Fodufafa. I think that's how you say it.
Oh yes, I remember reading about it in the Times. It's the anniversary of the Treaty of Rome, isn't it? But what does that have to do with the Elizabeth Tower? The ambassador's gone to be received at the venue inside of the Houses of Parliament and Big Ben. And as a symbol of the timeless friendship and cooperation between our two lands, they're planning on giving him a present. A pendant modeled on the hands of Big Ben.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So you can only imagine that the conversation's got to turn to the subject of the clock tower at some point. And it's not going to look too clever if the very hands and the pendant is modelled on have been half-inched
Yeah.
by some lowlife scoundrel the Met can't catch.
You're just like so struggling.
I'm struggling a little bit.
This is not English. No.
Obviously, it'll be plastered all over the foreign press as well. I'm surprised it isn't already.
Yeah, true.
It's a blooming disgrace is what it is.
I see. So that's why you're intent on tracking down the culprit and recovering the missing hand before tomorrow's engagement.
Exactly. We need your help on this one, Kat.
Of course, I'll do everything I can. Our national pride is at stake here, as you say.
Well, that's a relief. I was worried you'd turn me down. Obviously, Scotland Yard will be carrying on with its investigations at the same time. It's all hands on deck. I've got officers scouring the area around the tower, so you can ask them if they've got any leads.
Awesome. Leave it to me, Inspector. We'll get started at once.
I think I'm dipping in accents.
Yeah, I know. It's whatever. It's just for fun.
Miss, it's so rousing when you take the bull by the horns like this.
Oh no. No, wait a minute.
What now?
Well, as this is our first case since the establishment of the Layton Detective Agency, I better show you the ropes. Let me explain how I like to carry out my investigations.
Oh yes, please do, Miss Layton.
I've played this game before, it's fine. In investigation mode, the cursor on the screen changes to be a magnifying glass. Use the left stick to move the magnifying glass around and examine every inch of the scene. Sometimes when you move the magnifying glass over a particular point, it will turn orange. When you identify a point of interest like that, press A to find out what's there. You can also use the directional buttons to quickly snap the magnifying glass between people and other areas of interest.
Nice.
You need to master both controls.
So, the left stick to move the magnifying glass around, or the directional buttons to choose an area of interest rapidly. Alright, I think I've got the hang of that.
The rapid choice thing is actually pretty good.
Got the hang of licking her boots. Yep. Sorry, I mean you're a fast learner, Pinstripes.
Wow, Shell's harsh.
He is harsh.
So let's get straight down to business. Down
To
to
business.
business. And start investigating. Let's start with the top of the lamppost, shall we? Use the left stick. Left stick. Boop. Thought so. Hint coin. Thank you. I always love the sound of the hint coin. Boing.
Golly, a little coin dropped down. Look.
Yes, that's the hint coin. You can buy your then you can buy hints. Oh, there we go. They can buy you hints when you're solving puzzles. Of course, like real money, once you spend them, they're gone. So only use them when you really need to. You'll find them hidden in all sorts of places, so leave no stone unturned.
I see. So hidden coins are shy little creatures, aren't they? Come on, Cat. What are you dwelling there for, eh? The case, woman. The case!
Now, Inspector, less haste, more speed. Investigations need to be carried out carefully, and above all, you must record everything at each step.
Teaching Grandma to suck eggs, aren't you?
Let's just go over the most important items in my bag. Select the bag icon in the bottom left corner of the screen to open the bag menu, or you can just press X. Press X, it's easy. Kat's journal contains all my notes about the investigation so far. Pardon me. Very useful for recapping. To archive the case history, choose Save from the menu. That will make a record of the story so far. This is the puzzle index. Any puzzles we encounter are recorded in here, so you can tackle ones that you've already completed again if the mood takes you. I never go back to complete puzzles that I've completed before. And there's a brand new puzzle in daily puzzles every single day. Ooh, that's actually kind of cool. If you also delve into my wardrobe from time to time, I can pop into some different outfits.
Oh, actually, you can change your outfits.
Yeah, that's in the phone version obviously was like in-game purchases.
Oh, of course they were. Blimey, you got enough in that bag of yours, Kat.
Yeah, I've packed a billion outfits apparently that I can just change into automatically.
Ever heard of tidying? It's the craziest idea where you actually get rid of stuff you don't need.
I like the daily puzzles thing, that's new.
That's really nice.
I know, it's perfectly fine as it is. The trick with any handbag is to know where to find everything and what to use and what to use when. Good, that's covered the fundamentals of the investigative process. Now it's time to put theory into practice and investigate the clock tower.
The clocks are awfully high off the ground, though, aren't they?
Then you must zoom in, Ernest.
Zoom in, miss. How do you do that?
Sometimes you may notice the magnifying glass color change to blue instead of orange while you're investigating. That indicates a place where you can zoom in and take a closer look. All you have to do is press A and everything will appear larger. Imagine doing that in real life.
Yeah, very nutty.
Well, it's extremely important to be thorough when investigating, you see. So why don't you zoom in now and take a closer look at the clock face? No worries. I was just loving the DS version. Coin?
Boing.
Thank you. Because obviously it didn't have like the orange logo, like it didn't have like the magnifying glass turning orange. You would just constantly click on things, and I would just remember like mashing the button, like mashing the stylus everywhere, trying
Must
to find
get
the hint
everything.
coins. Yeah.
Ah, the Elizabeth Tower is actually joined to the Palace of Westminster. Westminster.
Yeah.
I see.
It's magnificent, isn't it? Even from afar, the building's grandeur is plain to see.
I bet there's been some serious yapping inside that building. Absolutely.
I like that everyone has something to say with like the locations. Anything else over here? Okay. Try to be thorough. I think there should be something up here.
At noon every day, the bell of Big Ben sounds.
Big Ben rings out all over London.
That's a tall tower. How did they get such a huge bell up there?
Quite asking the real questions.
Ah, it's rather pleasant here with all the greenery, don't you think? Greenery.
Another fine day, perfect for taking the dog for a walk, if not for this case.
Good looking tree. Nice trunk. Could be useful for something.
Wait, what?
His
Okay.
dog instincts are kicking in.
Yeah. Zoom in. Oh no.
It's true. The shorthand really is missing.
Ah, but of course, the other clock faces all have both hands.
Yeah, it's only one, the one side that's short, and
But
the short hand's been taken. The other three are unaffected. Oh, so it's just one shorthand that we're looking for.
Even a shorthand from one of the clocks on Big Ben, on the Big Ben clock tower, would be a very sizable object.
Absolutely.
Not something that would disappear easily.
Obviously, we've been searching. Oh, sorry.
Wait, why is that funny?
It's a pun. Oh, it's around the. I didn't see the face part.
Oh.
Around the clock, I thought. Like,
Oh yeah, no, I get you around the, yeah, we've been searching around the clock. I get you.
obviously, we've searched around the clock face as well as the base of the tower, but that hand's just disappeared into thin air.
Haha, this is turning into a very interesting case indeed.
A quarter of London doesn't know what time it is, and you call that interesting?
Alright, now that we know what we're dealing with, it's time we started investigating. We should start by stepping back and looking at the bigger picture again. So let's zoom out or just press B.
Is there anything here that you can
Actually,
look
wait,
at?
yeah, true. I was literally just
rip.
thinking that.
Where do we start, Miss Layton?
To zoom in again, please. Well, time is of the essence. We have to solve this before Ambassador Dufafa arrives tomorrow. Let's begin by asking Inspector Hastings' team what they've learned so far.
That's right. Why do the work yourself when you can get someone else to do it for you?
Nonsense, Shell. We can't afford to duplicate effort, that's all.
Of course.
Come along then, you two. No time to lose.
Coming, miss.
Coming, miss. Okay, zoom in again. Let me have a look, see if there's any more hint coins. Kind of hard to control with the Switch, like buttons, but it's
Maybe with the settings you can decrease the
I'll just see with the.
It's rather sad seeing the grand old clock with a missing hand, isn't it?
Why could such a large object have disappeared to? I wonder. True. Okay,
Exactly
Hastings.
underneath one of the other hands. Calling it.
Calling it now. That's what I thought typing when I first played the game. That it's like literally just behind the you know, the minute clock.
Oh, it won't be behind the minute because it's thicker than the
Well,
minute.
I know. I'm just saying. Inspector Hastings, can you summarize what you found out so far?
Not a fat lot, really.
I thought it said a fat lot, really. And I'm like, oh, okay, thank you.
There was a Bobby on the BE last night who confirmed nothing was amiss at 11:50. It wasn't until 6 this morning that we got a report from a stunned local who happened to glance at the clock. We came to confirm the report straight away and found it to be true. The hand was well and truly gone.
So at 11:50 last night, the clock was fine, but by 6 this morning, the hand was missing. So we're looking at a window of about 6 hours in which the crime was committed.
That's about the size of it, yep.
And wasn't there anybody else who looked at the clock tower in that 6-hour window?
We're looking into that now. I've got officers asking locals if they saw anything. There must be someone who looked at the clock in all that time. No doubt if we went door to door we could find some witnesses.
That takes too much time.
But we just don't have that kind of time. So we just have to manage with what we know already, you mean? Pretty much. And those hands are massive. It would have taken someone a fair old while to make off with it. That's for sure.
6 hours. Oh. I thought this is how, this is what the, how it works.
Oh, okay, I
That's
understand.
not where it goes, right here. You found a clue, 6-hour window. I forgot that this is part of it. As your investigation progresses, you'll unearth certain key pieces of information that form clues. Each case has 6 clues to uncover, and once you've found all 6, you'll be able to solve the case. Clues may arise from statements that appear to have nothing to do with anything. Can you use your sleuthing skills to piece it all together? If you want to look at the clues you've gathered so far, open Katrielle's bag and look at the current case file. When you need to refresh your memory about the case file is the place to look. According to Inspector Hastings, the clock hand must have been stolen in a roughly 6-hour window between 11:50 p.m. last night and 6 a.m. this morning.
Okay.
No worries. So this game is interesting because it doesn't have like an overarching story. It's actually like I think there's maybe three main cases that you go through. That it's like a mix together. So I think they're not even relevant to each other. They're just like there's like 3 different stories that you go through.
Okay. Oh, it's so exciting to be investigating a case at last. What do we do, miss?
Let's start by interviewing members of the public, Ernest.
Gosh, that sounds like proper detective work.
Let's find out if anyone around here has noticed what's wrong with the clock tower, and if they might have useful information for us.
There are rather a lot of passerbys here, aren't there? How do we know who to ask?
The ones who are not blurred out in the background. The more people we talk to, the better. So let's get started. Oh yeah, I forgot about that too. There's so many like new mechanics that I like completely forgotten. It's been a while since I've played this type of game. When there's more than one place to investigate next, you'll see multiple magnifying glass icons displayed at the top right of the screen in investigation mode. Thank you. Once you have examined one of those places, it'll be marked with a tick icon.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, so keep an eye out on the magnifying glass icons and tick icons at the top right of the screen as you're hunting for clues.
So it kind of like stops you from
Just like standing there the whole time
Yeah.
and clicking random things. Hello, sir. Douglas Dirt. Top of the morning to ya. Got a minute to answer a few questions. Do you like that?
Yeah, it was great. All right.
I'm investigating Tink, the extraordinary disappearance of the little and of Big Ben, you see. So, did either of you happen oh my god, I understand why you're struggling now. Happen to see anything around these parts last night, such as, for instance, a person or persons transporting a large and-like object.
Gosh, he gets straight to the point, doesn't he?
He's asking the very questions I was about to ask him. Oh, where's me manners, eh? Sorry, I'm Douglas Dirt. Everyone calls me Doug. I'm a reporter with the London Times, see? Are you readers at all?
Oh, I'll say. Personally, I think the London Times is the best paper in the city.
Ahaha, you're too kind, lad. Although I do make it my mission to dig up the most dirtiest of dirt and uncover the most unsavory of sooths. And at present, as I mentioned aforementionedly, I'm investigating. Tink. I can't say it without, like, you know, not flowing nicely into the next part. I'm investigating the disappearance of big bands and as it happens, we're investigating the same thing. Perhaps you might share anything you've learnt? Sorry, investigating, you say? Well, there's a turn up for the books. You don't look like detectives, I must say. If I had to guess, I'd have begged you as a young couple out walking your lovely dog on this delightful morning. Well, I am a detective. Haven't you ever heard of the Layton Detective Agency? The LDA? Layton? I know the famous Professor Layton, of course, but I didn't realize he had an agency, or people in his employment. There we go. His employ.
Always nice to have signed up with a complete unknown. Really inspires confidence.
Oh, what a blow. Mind you, I didn't really expect any different.
Don't worry, Miss Layton. You'll be famous soon enough. I'm quite certain of that.
Thanks, Ernest. Anyway, as it happens, I was at the office all evening yesterday. Penning my latest article. I did not observe Big Ben at all. And I'm afraid to say that my own investigation is just getting underway. I have nothing to impart at the present time. I see. Well, thank you anyway. I wish you all the very best with your ongoing investigative activities, of course.
Likewise, sir. Good luck with yours.
And hand hiccup is a hand hiccup for iconic Big Ben, petty crime or international conspiracy. Alarm bells ringing across Britain. Haha, stories like these write themselves, eh? Gah, me thinks it's gonna be a smasher.
It certainly is. If we don't solve this before the story breaks, there'll be all kinds of repercussions.
You're right, we must press on with our investigation. That was the hardest thing to read in the universe, I think.
You did a good job. Oh,
a yay puzzle! Such and scarf? Well, how long it's been, would you say? How long? I'm sorry, do we know each other? I'm fairly sure I've never met you before, sir. Know each other? In a way, yes. In a way, no. He's like in every game.
I think his scarf's too tight.
People like leaves washed along in a river. Sometimes meeting, sometimes parting.
You've rather lost me, I'm afraid. I don't suppose you noticed anything about the Elizabeth Tower last night, did you?
I was already dreaming sweetly by nightfall yesterday. You're an early sleeper, are you? So you wouldn't have seen anything? Is that all you wanted? I'll tell you what. How about a little puzzle to occupy the mind?
I say, a puzzle?
The world is full of puzzles, Ernest. Sometimes during the course of investigation, people do come up with puzzles for you. To solve. It's all part of the process. So let's see what sort of puzzles we're dealing with here.
So, you've got...
The puzzle that is the case.
You've got the case, and
the
it's
hands
like...
of time.
We don't have much time, but also you've got puzzle over here.
That we must do. The clock is currently showing the time as 3:30 p.m. It would be nice if the hands of the clock would show midnight. What would be the minimum number of places you'd need to touch on the clock to show the desired time? Select the answer frame to display the input screen for entering letters and numbers. After confirming, you'll see what you have written. After confirming, you'll see what you'll have written appear in the answer frame. To change your answer, simply select the answer frame again. Okay. So the clock is showing the time as 3:30 p.m. It would be nice if it showed midnight. What would be the minimum amount of places you would need to touch on the clock?
What does it mean by that?
I don't know.
It would be one, wouldn't it?
I was thinking one, like you would just turn it.
You just wind it.
Yeah, just wind it up. That sounds too easy. Oh, actually, no, you can see it in the corner, the twister.
It's off.
Just one. I think it's probably just one, yeah. Because you can see that crank in the corner of the picture. So you probably touch that to wind it.
Yeah.
Actually, that's it. If that's not it, then what the hell?
This should do it, I think.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
That's not like me.
It's not right.
We failed.
I know. Bad luck. How to get the clock to show midnight? Can you think of a way?
That doesn't add any hints.
That doesn't add any hints. Am I supposed to do O1? Because if that's the case, then that's
No.
stupid. Right?
Minimum number of...
Do you think it's 0? As in, don't touch it and just wait until midnight.
Yeah, actually, that's probably the answer. Good idea.
I bet that's what it means.
Right.
But the minimum needs to touch? I don't know.
Yeah, to show the desired time.
This isn't
Doesn't say anything about when.
Yeah, got it.
Nice job.
That's how it's done.
Of course! God damn it!
No, not gonna get all the pick rats
Yeah,
now,
of
bub.
course. You did it. There was no need to touch the clock at all. All you need to do is wait for midnight to come. Puzzles like that. Ugh. What did you say? Sorry, I missed it.
You're not gonna get the full amount of pick rats.
Yeah, I know. I'm sad now. Very impressive. Let's hope you tackle all the puzzles you're going to face so convincingly. We've investigated all we can around here. I suggest we head closer to the tower.
To the scene of the crime at last. I say, this is rather exciting.
I need to explain to you how we move around during an investigation, don't I? At the bottom right of the screen in the investigation mode, you'll see a stew button. Pressing that, or Y, switches from investigation mode to relocation mode. The orange flashing markers show points on the map where you can move to. Pick a location you'd like to visit and press A over it to display some information about the place in question. Then simply press A a second time, or press move to go ahead, and move to that location. An exclamation mark in a particular place indicates that you should head there next for the good of investigation. For the good of the investigation.
For the investigation.
It looks like we can get inside the Elizabeth Tower from the entrance there.
So let's head over and see what we can find out.
Well, I actually might leave that for next episode. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Can't wait to see you in the next episode. Hope you're enjoying the content. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.
Thank you, bye.
What was it? Why were you doing peace signs?
Felt like it.
Just felt like it.